Hey guys, this is about the Iran-Iraq water dispute, territorial dispute. This is a response to everyone, but especially to Warren25's trash. I don't know yet if I'll post it to him or as a response on one of his videos. I'll decide when I'm done with it. I wouldn't bother making this video if it wasn't for his arrogant, cocky, immediate, non-questioned support for the Iranian version of events of what led to the capture, I prefer hijacking and or kidnapping of the UK soldiers. Now, he backed the Iranian version of events without question, as I said, that soldiers entered Iranian waters and were arrested. He believed that this was because he thinks, in his twisted paranoid mind, that the UK would sacrifice 15 soldiers as a pretext to attack Iran, which obviously is moronic, especially considering the circumstances of the date when they were captured or taken hostage. Of course, this is laughable and stupid, to say the least. As are many of his views. He expresses them well, but they aren't exactly developed. I mean, as Military Boots said, they are mostly regurgitated nonsense. In any case, his paranoia leads him to always side with all anti-American, anti-West forces. It's quite lame, to be honest. I'm making this video today because the British have released their own version of events. They say that there was a GPS on board and it was verified soon before and it was working correctly, and that the ships were clearly in Iraqi water. I attached slide 1. The link is available in the notes if you want to see the proper good version of the picture. It shows where the British claim that the ships were. Now that picture clearly demonstrates it was within Iraqi waters. Ironically, the statement released today said that the Iranians, check this out, the Iranians provided the British with the position of where where the capture happened. As this is a delicate subject, one would not want to make mistakes. However, the British Defense Ministry Ministry of Defense claimed that upon review, they discovered that even the Iranian coordinates say it was within Iraqi waters, although not the same location as the GPS where the British believe it was. When they highlighted this to the Iranians on Sunday, the Iranians rushed with new coordinates, or as they said, corrected coordinates, to show it was clearly within Iranian waters. I mean, how lame is that? How lame is that? I mean, even the Iranian coordinates showed it was within Iraqi waters. According to military analysts, it's so stupid, it's laughable. If this wasn't a case of 15 soldiers kidnapped by Iran, and, you know, obviously not being given their full rights right now. I mean, I attach a second photo, picture for it, sorry. It's also available in my notes section, showing where the Iranians first claimed it will happen, and once they realized it was still within Iraq, they corrected, as they tried to persuade us, where it actually happened. Hey guys, I don't know if you can see, but point 1 within Iraqi boundaries is where Iran said they initially captured the British servicemen, and then they changed it to point 2 when they realized their original position was within Iraq. It's pathetic. What Warren also forgot to tell everyone is that at the time of the capture, the UN was in the middle of a process related to slapping new sanctions on Iran, which the US led, but the UK played a large part. Somewhat coincidental, no? I mean, maybe I'm paranoid, but I thought it's coincidental that this all happens at the same time. New sanctions, which have been in the work for weeks, getting slapped on Iran, and suddenly Iran finds 15 Brits in their territory to arrest. I mean, to me it sounds like a clear setup. But of course, Warren and his like-minded simpletons don't see any connection. It was all a British ploy to attack Iran, and Iran's version of events must be believed without concern for validity. Now, one last point. According to the British Foreign Secretary, who recently made a statement today, available also in my notes section, she said something interesting, and I quote, once I find the link. Sorry. Yes. The House the House being Parliament, may also be aware that even if, and I stress that they were not. Even if the Iranian government believed our vessels had been in Iranian waters, under international law, warships have sovereign immunity in the territorial sea of other states. The very most Iran would have been entitled to do, if they considered that our boats were breaching the rules on innocent passage, would have been to require the ships to leave their territorial waters immediately. So, this is... say if she's right, and I'm sure she has much better legal advice by experts than Warren has. So even if it was accidental, they should have just been told to get lost, instead of be captured in this manner and not be given the proper human rights of captured combatants, which they weren't even combatants. So Warren and all his Warrenites out there are speaking trash again. This is why I called him Warren25trash. It seems self-explanatory right now. We will also have to see what new evidence comes out, of course. This is still quite early going. But the Iranians' own fuck-up in trying to demonstrate they were in Iranian waters, as the British claim, accurate GPS reading, and the fact that it all happened coincidentally, very coincidentally, just as Iran was getting slapped with new sanctions, stinks. Really stinks. I hope someone learned something out there, but let's face it, it's not going to be Warren.